to love it like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Black 22. Come on. Sunday. That's the way.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
13. Hey, exit. 55, 55. Hey, eat. Take that, man.
On 2nd down and 4. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Let's go one more. Echo. 52, Mike, 52. Flip it. Where's 52?
Here's Winston. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Wait. Check 25, check. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
1st down, Winston. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Mike, ready? Blue lady. Hey, check. Tommy. Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down. I got 83. Me.
They'll run here with Connor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good 1st step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jameis Winston. Touchdown number 15 on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
White. Let's go, Mike 50. Smooth. Mike 50.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, he shifts past him. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it here with Bernard. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go. Wait, 80! There we go.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
1 Omaha. Hey, Alpha. 26 months.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 29, Winston. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Green, triple T. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Check right, check right. 55.
Winston from the gun on third down. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Here we go,
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. He gets this one to Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Here we go. 180! 55! Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the 11. Safety's creeping!
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones have always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Here we go. 180! 65. It's just me and you.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Got his man. It's Eifert. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Val Bernard. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go. 21. Hey, Charlie. 26 Mike. I'm scared. 26 Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Barry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Ready. Let's go, D. Wait. Finger on the slot. I got 11.
From the gun, Winston. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, Connor. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Green, triple team. Check 50. Check 52's the mic.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston dancing to his left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
That's me. Sonny. Come on. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Mike,
Here's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
11. Go. 21. 55.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Open man is Ross, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
The Bengals on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, echo. 48.
Garoppolo now. Escaping the pressure right. And able to find Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run here with Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, I 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
12. 26.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On second and 12, Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Again, a run with Connor. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Flash 25. Green, triple T. Wait. Here we go.
On third down, it's Connor, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
52's the mic.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Hey, we're pretty quiet. Wait. Hey, let's go.
Now Winston. Washington's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready. Blue ready. Right there. Green, triple T.
Check 55.
Easy. Hey, we got it. 55's must be bringing it.
They'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 50. 20. 20.
Now Winston on 4th down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 52. Hey.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Watch easy. Let's go defense. Lose it. Here we go. Check 52. Flip. 52.
Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Bengals, out there.